It's June the 15th. It's now 2:53 in the afternoon, Tuesday. We're reporting live from 2nd Avenue and 5th Street, BARTICA, and we're going to share some information from observation that we've made during this current unwanted situation that we had experienced some time ago, and the weather is still with us. Now at this location we have two culverts, one to our right and one to our left, and I am going to indicate to you that there is an impediment in the flow of water in this culvert here to our left here, and we are going to take a look at the flow of water to validate this, what we are seeing here. Now this is the flow of water, the stream, clearly indicating to you that there is an impediment of water flow from one of these contraptions, just for want of a convenient word to describe the situation. So this is one area of suggestion that needs to be addressed by the powers that be. Here we are looking at the flow. There is something happening beneath this culvert here on location. Also too, you will take note that the drains over there are much wider, which means now that the reservoir are much wider than this outtake. Alright, so what is necessary here is a widening of this particular stretch of drain from here, 2nd Avenue, to the alleyway up yonder, which has a connection from the Forest Avenue coming in, and another across at the bottom into that outlet that is going to throw the water out to the 6th Street. That's the Coca area. Now just before we leave the area, water was in its state here, and water came down from this direction that we're looking in. And what happened, owing to the fact that it was bagging up over here, that was part of the cause of some of the water going over onto the Dino's investment location and flooding the situation, flooding the location there to some extent. So we are much closer to the alleyway area here, and we are taking a look at the flow of water here. And it flows all the way from this location to here, where it meets at the junction. Now we would look under here. Now this is an appropriate size of culvert that takes off the water from the alleyway, which is behind the Forest Avenue between 4th and 5th Street. Then we have an aqueduct here coming from Forest Avenue in, throwing out into this location that would throw the water out now from the Big Bell area. Now the point that we are highlighting here now, the wideness of this drain with this feeding in, this narrow drain feeding into this large situation, is from this location to 2nd Avenue. It definitely has been a part of the bottleneck flow of water resulting in the flooding in that area in 2nd Avenue, BARTICA. Well, I'm going to indicate to you that we're still from the Arcade area. This is the drain parallel to the one that we have been taking a look at, and I'm not going to venture further than here owing to the vegetation and the debris that is here. But this area is the drain in the alleyway between 1st and 2nd Avenue, between 5th and 4th Street, BARTICA. Well, we were just reporting to you from the Arcade area. Some were very uncomfortable with the cameras running and rolling there, but we are here at this other location to give you a depiction of a part of the drainage flow system here in central BARTICA. Now we've walked around 1st Avenue, and this now is the alleyway between 1st and 2nd Avenue, between 5th and 6th Street, BARTICA, that we are taking a look at now. Now there is where we are looking at a cutoff point where there is another drainage running in, throwing out to the Coca area here that takes off water from the 2nd and 1st Avenue area. And behind us, another clean drainage in the alleyway between 1st and 2nd Avenue, between 6th and 7th Street, BARTICA. So we still reporting from the location, and we are taking a look at the access drainage that's coming in from the alleyway from 6th and 5th Street. Now this would turn off here and head into the Coca area there, taking water off from Forest Avenue. That's where the central business area is, and 2nd Avenue. We're seeing evidence of the flooding here, and this is a particular area of special concern. Well, this is the Coca area, what's happening here. And where we are, when water is above its max or about its max, would cover these area here that we are taking a look at. And we would walk over here to show you that apparently the Coca is closed. But still again, the tide is at a particular level, so it obviously would not be open as the water goes out from this said location. Now, I'm saying now that this area is of particular interest in that a pump would greatly assist with the control of the water level around from this standpoint at this particular location here. This is just suggestions from man in the street to the powers that be for consideration. So we continue to provide you more details of the environmental situation here in 1st Avenue, BARTICA. Now I'm going to highlight to you that there is a, what must I say, but water coming out from the road surface at this location here, and that's from under, and the tide is coming in, and we are noticing this situation here for the longest while here at this particular point. It is always wet. Water now, as we observe, is coming on to this location here. So powers that be, this is a situation that we are highlighting to you to address in our quest to be fully prepared for the rising levels of water, we could safely say, in the aftermath of global warming. Well, we continue to report live from BARTICA. It's 6th Street and 1st Avenue Junction, and we are noticing persons from within the regional administrative system conducting a distribution exercise of detergents and other substances that would aid in the cleaning of surroundings in the current circumstances that is surrounding BARTICA. Well, we continue with more reports. It's Tuesday, 15th of July. We are observing my good friend, my Gemini friend, AB here. It's 3:15 in the afternoon, and we are observing an exercise, and Miss Douglas would explain to us what's really happening here. Madam S.I., good afternoon. Welcome to G News. Could you please tell us what's happening here?
Hi, good afternoon, Mr. Redart.
Thank you. And BARTICA at large?
Yes.
And the whole wide world?
Yes, good afternoon, residents of BARTICA. What we're actually doing here today is assisting residents with some cleaning agents because of the flood. A lot of persons were affected, so we're just trying to give them some assistance with regards to the cleaning agents. What we're giving them is some pine sol, bleach, and hand sanitizer.
Thank you.
We hope that this will bring some relief to them, at least a little help, to help with the spread of diseases and so on.
So, could you tell us, I don't know if this would be pushing things not in a nice direction. How far you plan to cover, in this exercise for today?
Oh, today we started with 4th Avenue. We plan to finish up 4th Avenue today, and tomorrow we will continue in 2nd Avenue, and so we would continue 4th Avenue as the days go by.
So you will be focusing on the area that was underwater.
That's what we actually trying to do, but as you notice what's happening right now, when you start cheering persons coming with the bottles, and it would be bad, or it would look bad if you say, well, you can't give them. So as they come, we just give them whatever little we have, at least to assist them, because you have taxi drivers coming, you know,
Yeah.
persons passing on the street just go grab a bottle and they come. So we just giving them whatever we could. But the main focus is the persons who were affected by the flood.
Okay, until you can. Thank you so much, madam. Now we continue with more reports, and this report is originating from the old trail connecting the Baidorabo from 2nd Avenue and passes through this area here with an exit out at 2 miles, just above the 2 miles hill area. Now, as we can see, there are a number of residents living in this said area, and they are appealing for some surfacing works being done to this particular trail here. As you note, electricity has already been run here, but the surface is not at all in a comfortable or satisfactory state. The entrance here is not in a good state, and they are appealing for whatever assistance can be done by the relevant authorities to aid them as they access their homes behind here and other locations as they conduct their daily lives to sustain their livelihood.